Record. All right. Hey, welcome, guys. It is Thursday night, July 31st, in preparation for Friday, August 1st, trading day. Wanted to start here on the daily chart on the ES. See, back in January or February, actually, February here, we've been going sideways here. We started to fall off in February, fell down pretty hard here to these lows as of April 7th was that low. And then from there, we've just been making this, extended run up, and I've documented the different waves: wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've gotten up here to wave 5, and this is where we are here. So on this wave 5, we did this, buy day setup here. We end up pushing down after FOMC, only to shoot back up at close of day. Then overnight, last night, we shot up, made new all-time highs on this continued divergence. And I'd mentioned last night's video about this 08, 6408 zone, that if we moved back down below that we could have that flip down of the 2-period rate of change. If you go back and watch last night's video, roughly 11 minutes into it, 11 to 13 minutes, just those couple minutes, you'll see that this 2-period rate of change was up here pretty good at last night. As that price is moving up there. Of course, I think I was calling it out live to Buddy there as we were pushing below that hey, our 2-period rate of change was getting ready to flip down. When it did, it's just like all hell broke loose, kind of, so to speak. So that was really cool to watch that live and to see that play out. It's been something I've been observing, trying to understand for a long time. That's a Linda setup and Linda thing. And to try and really understand that, it's pretty cool. But anyway, so we end up having an outside down day. So we didn't close down, I guess. We technically closed up a little bit off yesterday's lows, but it was an outside down just to close up barely into the close there. We should see a little bit of continuation tomorrow to the downside. So I wanted to point this out here again on this daily here. Like I said, we should have consideration downside tomorrow, but I want to point something else out here. So again, on the daily, when we broke down back here in February, so I'm going to pull over this other chart of the 120-minute chart. So on this 120-minute chart, this blue line here that I have highlighted is a 200-period moving average on a 120-minute chart. You can see we were riding above that. Then when we started breaking down in late February, we finally broke below that 200-period moving average. Well, that lasted all the way until the lows put in back in April of this year. So we hit those lows. Well, we stayed kind of below that 200-period moving average. Well, once we put in those lows, you can see we came up, tested it. Then we found support on it and started moving up. Well, since we started moving up, you can see that we had a test. We tested back down at it here, tested at it here, continued this move up, and I will zoom in here in just one moment. I just wanted to get the overall picture of what we're seeing here. Here's another test of that. That test came in back in May, the end of May 23rd. That we test that 200-period moving average. Again, some other tests here. Let me keep going here for a minute, and then I'll zoom in. All right. Okay, let's highlight some of these. So these tests here, we did start breaking below it there, but then regained our footing. So this was in May 30th. This is around June 12th and 13th. This is around June 19th, June 22nd. So we kept, testing that 200-period moving average. You can see we tested it again here, and then look where we are now. So this was another test here, and then here's where we are right now. So this test back here was on July 16th. And then, so now we are below this the lower Keltner channel, and we're touching off of that 200 period moving average again. So as of right now, we are a little bit extended on this 120-minute chart. However, like I said, I'm still anticipating some further downside, possible tomorrow. So, but we may get a little bit of slop and chop around this. I don't know. If we get a little bit of movement around there, or if we're just going to slice through it. But just wanted to point that out to be aware of that. Let's look at the 65,000 tick chart. Well, I've got it up here. We pointed out that we did this A, B, C, D, E down. Then we came up overnight, made all new highs, only to come back down pretty quick all day today and take out those E lows. So that once we took out these E lows, that's what kind of leads me to believe that we could have further downside on that because we like I said, outside and then down, took out those lows. So I'm watching that. Like I said, I'm anticipating down. My plays are going to try to be focused on down unless I see something otherwise tomorrow. The internals also. Let me pull over the internals. So on the internals, we have this is the VIX here, where the lows put in back here was a low of 1470. The low today was 1474. So 1470 is the lows. I have 3 points moved up off that is 1770. So if we keep pushing up in this VIX tomorrow and get above 1770, that will be a 3-point move. Kind of keeping this in mind that 3-point move up in the VIX is greater probability of selling versus 3 points down and greater probability of buying. So keep reminding us of that. And then also I wanted to point out this down here. This is the SPY. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, we've had red closes in the SPY. Even though on the daily, which includes all the Globex session, the picture looks a little different here. We've had 1, 2, 1 up day and then a down day. Whereas on the SPY, we had 1, 2, and then that little bit of up day. This closes at 16:15. So this closes at 16:15. That after our Globex earnings release shot it up on our daily chart, but the SPY closes at 16:15, 4:15 that is. And so we're showing a down continuation here. So like I said, we are currently at that extended range on the hitting that 200 period moving average on the 120-minute chart. Will that be our one green day to sell back down in Monday, or will tomorrow we have further continuation down? I don't know yet, but like I said, my bet right now is leaning towards the downside. So, all right, guys, that's it. We will follow up Sunday night in preparation for Monday after this. So see you online tomorrow, and happy trading, safe trading. It is a Friday. Keep that environment in mind. Talk to you soon.